What's going on, guys? My name is Ewan and welcome to my YouTube video. Today we're going over what makes Tarantino so good, and it's going to be sort of a tutorial type video on how to make a Quentin Tarantino film, at least from what I can pick apart from each one of his films. What gives his films, that sort of style? Why does it fit so well in pop culture like Pulp Fiction and, Reservoir Dogs, all these amazing films that he's made. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably love Tarantino films, or maybe you're just interested to see what I have to say about them, or what my take on these films is, to be able to make a video slash guide, I guess you could call it, on Tarantino in general. If you're not interested in Tarantino, you probably will be by the end of this video. At least I hope that would be a good takeaway from this. So yeah, let's get into this. This is how to make a Tarantino film. First off, I'd like to go over the main camera angles and shots that Tarantino likes to use in his videos, because to me and many other people, they are the defining characteristics of a Tarantino film, basically. And his style of filmmaking is just exceptional. So I'd like to go over that first, because if you want to sort of mimic a Tarantino film, I think that's the best way to go, to get to know his style and what he's known for, I suppose. Yeah, let's get into this. Camera angles and shots. God's eye shot. This is filmed with a camera directly above the actor or prop to convey that something bigger than the character is watching them and judging their actions in that moment. Like God. POV shot, point of view. This is mostly used in Tarantino films when someone or something is in the trunk of a car or lying on the floor, to show what that person or thing would see in that moment. Extreme close-up shot. This is probably the most common and popular angle. It helps to emphasize emotions and main features of someone or something extremely close. 360-degree cycle shots. These are properly utilised in large group settings, environments, and torture scenes to get to know the characters and environments a little bit more. Tracking or following shot. Used to follow a character through each room and environment in the scene to give a better sense of the layout, as if we were walking beside or behind them ourselves. Quick zoom shot. Usually used to show the entrance of a new enemy or main character we should care about in some manner in the film. Sometimes used to show surprise, shock, or an intense stare between two or more characters in a scene. Push-in shots. This is when the camera is slowly moving towards the subject, usually to show the characters notice something or someone in the room. Common Tarantino filmmaking decisions. Mirror. Mostly used when a character is at a point of self-reflection during the film, usually done after they do something that was particularly hard, or just to show their train of thought in that moment. Black and white. Usually done to show that a scene is a flashback, or to show some love towards some of the old black and white films Tarantino would have watched as a kid. Feet. Most people think that Tarantino has a foot fetish, although that has never been confirmed, but is quite likely, as there is usually at least one shot of feet in each of his films, which is used to tell the story. Let music define the story. This is what Tarantino does best, in my opinion. I haven't heard a Tarantino soundtrack that I haven't liked. In fact, I even have some of his film soundtracks on my own playlist because they're that good. If you're going to try and emulate what Tarantino does in your own films, I suggest getting a good soundtrack to go with the scenes. It can be really helpful to make an enjoyable film, if it has a good soundtrack to go with it, There's so many films these days that just don't cut it with the soundtrack. CGI. Simply do not use CGI if you can do it with a proper stunt team and professionals in the media industry. Tarantino sees CGI as lying to your audience about what is real, so try to do as many things practically as you can. Use what you see in other media. Tarantino is very open about the fact that he will take ideas from other films and shows he sees, which some might see as plagiarism. However, you'll find most directors do this too, no matter how subtle it might be. Take ideas from other media and make it your own and improve on it enough that, it can be seen as your own, and maybe you'll end up with something that can be as iconic as a Tarantino film. Dialogue and script. Saving the best tip for last, this is obviously one of, if not the most important parts of filmmaking, especially in a Tarantino film. His dialogue is made to be hyper-realistic. It sounds amazing and fluent, but that's what makes it not so realistic, if you know what I'm saying. This is what makes Tarantino films so good in my and many other people's opinions. The amount of quotes that have been popularised because of Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and way more of his films is incredible, and it's all because of his ability to take his time on perfecting the script over a matter of years. And yes, I said years. It's a long process, but it's definitely worth the wait in the end. This Tarantino movie making tutorial has been, it's actually been very fun to make. So if you managed to make it to the end, thank you for watching, and maybe even consider subscribing, liking, commenting, whatever. It doesn't really matter, it's a college project, just, do what you want, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.
I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. When you started out with nothing and you found that you're a self-made man, and you feel the alcohol crawling, slap you on the back and say, some sense.